Hello children and welcome to our special English hour. Here we learn lots of new things and we have fun while doing it. Are you all ready for some fun? Let's get started. Children, as you all know, we always start our day with something fun and interesting. So today I have a tongue twister for you. This tongue twister sounds very easy, but it is a bit difficult. Are you ready for the challenge? Let's give it a try. The tongue twister is 6 sticky skeletons. I will repeat 6 sticky skeletons. Now, let's try saying this faster. 6 sticky skeletons. Oops! I couldn't even say it twice. Didn't I tell you? It sounds easy, but it's not. So now, I request you to try saying this faster at least 3 times. Can you do it? Children, have you ever been to a science fair? I'm sure you must have. It must either be happening in your school or your school must be taking you to other schools to see these fairs. Can you tell me what are the things that we see in a science fair? There are many stalls in a science fair and all of them serve different purpose. For example, you might find a model of something that is created by students, or we could come across a stall where we as participants can do an experiment. Other than this, there are also stalls which have fun activities which are related to science. We also come across stalls which display various reports or charts that the students have created through certain experiments. To sum it up all, a science fair is not just about information, but it's also about entertainment. Children, let's learn some new words. These new words will be seen in the lesson when we read it. So I request you to please make a note of these words in your notebooks. Fair, fair, fair. We all went to the fair in the evening. Turpentine, turpentine, turpentine. Turpentine has a very strong smell. Coating, coating, coating. Walls have 3 layers of coating of paint. Sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. I sprinkle water on flowers every morning. Fossils, fossils, Fossils. I saw dinosaur fossils in a museum. Children, we learnt 5 new words today. Let's revise them. Fair, coating, turpentine, sprinkle and fossils. I hope you remember these words and I hope that you have made a note of these words in your notebooks. Children, let's read a lesson from our textbook. Please open page number 64. The name of the lesson is At the Science Fair. I will be reading this lesson and I request you to point at the words as I read them. And if you don't have a textbook, listen to me carefully. At the Science Fair. Marbling. Hello, I am Bhumika. I am going to show you an interesting process of coating paper. The process is called marbling. For this, we need the following: a bucket, some water, kerosene or turpentine, oil paints, red, blue, yellow, etc. and a brush, white sheets of paper. So children, here we saw that Bhumika is going to show us an interesting activity. She is going to coat paper, which means that she is going to color paper. And this process of coating is called marbling. Bhumika has also given us a list of things that we would require for marbling. We require a bucket, some water, kerosene or turpentine, oil paints and a brush and white sheets of paper. Now, she is going to explain how we will coat this paper. Let's have a look. First, we need to fill this bucket 3/4, which means up to here with water. The oil paints are thick. We dilute the paints with a spoonful of turpentine or kerosene. Stir it nicely to get a good mixture. So here Bhumika explains that first we fill our buckets with water and she asks us to fill the bucket 3/4. Now do you know what 3/4 is? 3/4 is more than half but less than full, which means we need to fill the bucket which is more than half of it but less than full of it. After that, we add oil paints, and since oil paints are very thick, we mix turpentine or kerosene and then we mix it with the help of a brush. Now, I will use the brush. Take a few drops from each of the oil paints and sprinkle them gently on into the water. The paint floats on water. I'll use the brush again to twirl the colors and make different shapes and designs on the surface of water. Isn't it interesting? The next step has to be done very carefully. So here Bhumika explains her next steps. She says that she is going to take the brush and a few drops from each of the oil paints and sprinkle them in the water. The paint will float on water because there is turpentine or kerosene in it. Then, with the help of the brush, she will twirl the colors and make different shapes and designs on the surface. So, she will not put the brush inside, but on the surface she will twirl the colors. And she is going to explain what she is going to do next. I will keep this drawing paper gently on the surface of the water and press it a bit. Yes, now let us lift the sheet out of the bucket like this. Hey, what do we see? Such beautiful colors and shapes and designs. We will keep the sheet of paper away till it dries. Do you want to try marbling a sheet of paper? Let me help you. No? Okay. Thank you for watching my presentation. So here Bhumika explains the next step. She takes the drawing paper and gently places it on the surface of the water, and then she will lift the sheet out of the bucket, and we will see that there are beautiful patterns of different colors, shapes and designs. And then we need to dry our sheet. Magic watering can. Good morning. I am Tanmay. I love to water my plants and my plants love water. They want showers every day. But we cannot waste water. That is why he is going to teach us how to make a watering can. To make the magic watering can, we need an empty tin with a lid, a nail and a hammer. This is how I made the can. I made a hole in the bottom of the tin using the nail and the hammer. Then I took the lid and made many holes in it. I was very careful not to hurt myself. Here, Tanmay is explaining to us as to how to make the watering can. First, he tells us the things that we would require, and we would require an empty tin which has a lid, a nail and a hammer. Then he tells us how he made this can. He says that he made a hole in the bottom of the tin, and he made this hole using nail and hammer. After that, he took the lid and made many small holes in it. And if you see, he is using a hammer and a nail. Children, these objects are very sharp, right? So I would suggest that just like Tanmay, you all should be very careful. In fact, you should do this only under your parents' supervision. Don't do this by yourself. If you want to make this, please make sure that your parents or any elder members of your family are around you. The magic watering can is now ready for use. Now, see how I use my magic can. I put a finger on the bottom hole and fill the can with water. Then I put the lid on the tin and turn the tin upside down without removing my finger. See, now I will remove the finger. The shower starts. When I close the hole with my finger, the shower stops. So now Tanmay is explaining how we can use this magic can. First, we need to put a finger on the bottom hole and then we fill the can with water. After we fill the can, we put a lid on the tin and then we turn the tin upside down without removing my finger. So now, if we remove our finger, the shower starts. And if I close the hole with my finger, the shower stops. Children, can you tell me what are the sources of news? क्या आप बता सकते हैं कि हमें सारी खबरें कहाँ से मिलती है? There are many sources of news. We have newspapers, radio, television, news channels, advertisements, and many more. And in recent years, internet. And with internet, social media, right? Do you think getting news is important? Of course, it is very important because we come to know what is happening in our surroundings and around the world. Why do you think that in newspapers they write date? In newspapers, we see date written above the article because it tells us as to when this event happened. So children, tell me, what do you think is a headline? A headline is the main title of the news. But it's not just the title. It is called a headline because it is something that immediately grabs our attention. So children, now we will be doing an activity. In this activity, you will see a few news articles or clips. You need to read these clips and based on that, match them to their correct headline. For example, if you see an article about forest and if you see a headline related to forest, you need to match that article with the forest. Sounds easy? Let's give it a try. Children, were you able to match the pictures, the headlines and the news items? Let's have a look. The first article is from Rio de Janeiro, Tuesday, 8th March 2016. If you went through the article, this was about a penguin and a 71-year-old Brazilian man. This was a very heartwarming story, right? So, this story's headline would be option number C, that is, Dindim swims 8,000 kilometers every year to meet his friend. And what do you think are the pictures that will go with this news? Yes, they are picture number 3, where we can see the man and the penguin, and picture number 4, where we see a map of Rio de Janeiro. So, this is how the first article will look like. Now, the second article. This is from Ahmedabad, February 15, 2016. This article is about a team of scientists working near Bhuj, which is in Gujarat, and they have found a big fossil of dinosaur. So, this article's headline would be option number A, which says more dinosaur fossils found in Kutch. Then the image that will go with this article is image number 2, which is of a fossil. Now, the third article. This article talks about scientists who have detected gravitational waves. Now, this article will have headline which says B, which is gravitational waves detected for the first time, and the image that will go with it is image number 1. So, children, I hope that you were able to match the pictures, the headlines and the news items. Children, I hope you had fun in today's session, and I hope that you all learned something new from today's session. I will see you now in our next session. Until then, take care and stay safe. Bye.